Hello, my name is Marshayla Austin, and it will be my PowerPoint for my practice interview. Um, I'm doing this PowerPoint over being a first year teacher that is committed to growth, excellence, and student success. I will be applying for a communications and graphic design middle school teacher at Crosby Middle School. I am passionate about helping students express ideas visually and effectively. I feel that this subject allows students to have a voice. Visually, students can communicate their identities, cultures, and ideas. This course will provide skills that connect today's marketing, social media, branding, and digital media. So the first question is, describe three strengths that make you most suitable for this position. My first strength is creating a safe space. Providing a safe space for students will allow them to feel comfortable and heard and respected. I believe that students learn best when they feel physically and emotionally safe. Doing so, I will prioritize building positive relationships, set clear expectations, and foster mutual respect. This type of classroom will support academic success and help students build confidence and engage more in their learning. My second strength is that I am very adaptable. I am open to feedback and willing to adjust my teaching strategies, and also looking for ways to improve to meet students' needs. Lastly, I am creative. I enjoy designing hands-on lessons that allow students to think outside of the box. I am well known with digital tools and design platforms that will enhance students' creativity. The next question is, name at least one weakness you've identified and details how you plan to improve in the future. The weakness of mine I chose is asking for help and networking. I was taught to be very independent. Even though it can be a strength, it can also be a weakness. I often feel like I need to do everything on my own, but I know teaching is very collaborating or collaborative. I also know I will have questions, being that it will be my first year teaching. I know that I would have to learn to get out of my shell and open up to my peers and to my coworkers. I don't want this challenge to stunt my growth, so I do have to work on myself in that aspect. The next question I have is, discuss your educational background and how it has prepared you for this new position. So starting off in high school, I was a president of a club called Young Students as Educators. As a president, once a week I had to meet up with the other members. I got early exposure to what teaching would be like. I learned skills to teaching, such as time management, building a lesson plan, and getting students to engage. I was also able to help teach another classroom as a senior, and I believe that I was a class assistant to an elementary science classroom. I also have received my associates in arts. Earning my associates in arts had helped me build a strong academic foundation. I learned to strengthen my communication, critical thinking, and writing skills. It gave me a strong foundation to express ideas clearly and think creatively. Lastly, I'll be earning my bachelor's in general studies. Earning my BA in general studies gave me a well-rounded educational background, and it strengthened my ability to connect ideas across different subjects. Because I studied a variety of subjects, I am able to bring flexibility and creativity into the classroom. What opportunities for professional development will you pursue next? I believe that there are many steps I will take over the years to grow my professional development. First, I will enroll into a teaching certifications. Secondly, apply for a master's program. I'm not 100% sure which program I'm going to apply for, but I would like to do that as soon as possible. Third, join professional development workshops and trainings. Fourth, attend educational conferences. Fifth, join mentorship programs. Describe a challenge you faced in a previous position. How did you address it? Give your most recent educational experience. Would you handle a similar situation differently in the future? How and why? So one situation I was in, I had to address a negative situation in a negative environment. I addressed a situation by not engaging into it. I did encourage for the foul play to end, though. I did hesitate into turning the situation into my boss or manager, and I think that's one place where I could have thought more quickly on. Depending if the students is in the situation and how I'll handle the situation, I would handle it immediately, and then I will turn it in later. If dealing with another coworker or peer, I will follow guidelines just as if I follow guidelines with the student, and I will also report it to a boss or someone higher up. I feel like if I focus with a positive mindset, then it could rub off on others in the environment. Some follow-up questions I do have as an interviewer is, what kind of support system are in place for first-year teachers? Secondly, is there a mentorship program for new teachers? And then lastly, will the school provide a full-year curriculum plan for first-year teachers or for any subject in that matter? Thank you, and that's the end of my presentation.